What's up, everybody? It's Corey from Operation Overhaul, and I heard y'all want to know how to do an oil change, and I'm going to show you how to do it right here on this Lexus RX330, so stay tuned. Alright, this is just a few things you may need. This right here will take the old oil filter off on this one because it is a spin-on, and this is what a spin-on filter looks like. Like I said, it's got the threads in here, and then it's got the paper element, or some of them have cotton inside. And that little red thing you see in there is the anti-drain back valve. Then some sockets or wrenches right here to take the plug off. Some of them can be Allen heads, some of them can be Torx. Some German cars and Fords use plastic drain pan bolts, so you need a special tool to take those off. And then you're going to need a drain pan and your specific oil and weight, the weight of your oil and the brand that you like. Like I said, this customer wanted a good quality synthetic, so I got Mobil 1, and we're going to get to it. It may have an access door on this one, but there's a few covers underneath there. Sometimes you have to take all these covers off, but let's see if it's got an access door on here. Alright, like I said, this is going to be a video on how to do an oil change, and we're going to be doing with a spin-on filter today. And I'm going to show you a few little tips that I learned in the trade that kind of helps me remember to put oil in. I know it sounds like a stupid thing not to put oil back in the car, but it has happened numerous times, from people I know to just random shops and oil lube places. But this is something that I've always been taught to do, and I think it's a good idea just to do it. That way it reminds you to put oil back in it. So first thing I do is take the oil cap off right here, and I put it right here where the hood latch goes. That way if you forget to put it in and you go to shut the hood, you're going to hit that and it's going to remind you to put oil back in it. And then the next thing I do is pull the dipstick out, so it reminds me to check the oil. Alright, so also, like I said, this is a Lexus RX330. It will have a spin-on filter, not a cartridge, and it is a 3.3 Toyota engine. And we're just doing a basic oil change on this. And the way that I like to tell people to do it is first find the specific the way I like to do it is tell people to find the specific amount and type of oil you use. On most cars, it's going to be on the oil cap. Right here it says 5W30, and the customer wanted a good quality synthetic oil for this, so I got him Mobil 1 synthetic with a Wix filter. And so we're going to get started. Like I said, first thing we're going to do is we're going to set it up to where we remember to put oil back in it, and then we can climb underneath there and start draining the oil, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. As you can see, this one does have an access door, so that makes it a lot easier. Looks like 10 millimeters hold them on, and yes, that is correct. I am using an electric ratchet just to make the job quicker and easier. The back one wasn't even hooked up and something fell out. Let's see what it is. It was the clip over here. That one wasn't even in. A lot of Toyotas are 14s, but that's what size it is. Drain plug wasn't even really that tight either. We can do this without getting any oil on us. We couldn't. But alright, just let that drain, and while that's draining, we'll locate the filter and start taking it off. Alright, so the oil filter is located under the front exhaust manifold on the engine, and to access that I had to take off this panel in here, and it was pretty much just like 5 Yeah, it was like 5 10mm bolts, and then 2 little push clips on there, and then you can just take this front panel off. But once you take that panel off, as you can see right here, there's the oil filter, and you can just reach right up in there and take it off. You don't have to remove this whole panel right here. Like I said, just this front one and that one right there, and then there's the bolts. Alright, so I'm going to spin the filter off now. Oh, sorry about that. And make sure you have your drain pan underneath there as well, because she is going to leak oil. And luckily this has this little catch tray, and it directs it down like directly into where you need it to go, and it falls right through the little access panel actually on the bottom. And you always want to lube up the seal on your new one, so a good way I have always done it is just to put it up to the old one just to make sure it's the same size, and that way it lubes up the new seal a little bit. And I want to put just a little bit of oil inside of the filter. Then after you get it started and tight, I use a rag and just tighten it up by hand. Alright. Then after that, spray it down with a little bit of brake cleaner just to get all the old oil off of it. And I did pick up a new gasket, like plastic washer gasket for the drain plug. That's a good thing to do no matter what, as the old ones, they can be cracked, they can compress and not seal right, especially with the ones that have no rubber or anything on the inside to help seal off the drain pan. Now once your oil is pretty much just dripping like that, thread your drain plug back in. And tighten her up. She don't have to be crazy tight, because you can strip out an oil plug pretty quick. Now we can put our covers back on and start putting oil in it. Alright, now we're going to fill it up with oil, and you're going to need a funnel to do this so you don't get it everywhere. And if you don't know how much oil your car takes, when you go to the parts store, they can look it up and tell you exactly how much it takes to fill your car up. After you fill it up, just pull your dipstick out, put it in, pull it back out, and it's hard to see right there, but it's right at the full mark. But we're going to crank it up to ensure that it is, and then we're going to check it one more time. And if there's a maintenance light you need to reset, your manual should be able to tell you how to reset your your oil light. And after that, just crank it up, let it run for a few seconds, or probably about 20 seconds or more. Make sure it's not leaking anything. Then turn it off, check it again, and add as needed. And that's pretty much it. And then you can either put a sticker on it, or you can go by your service interval light. So whichever one you want to do, but that's pretty much the idea of changing oil. And like I said, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and until next time, y'all have a great day.